Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project 365. Happy 4th of July. I had to travel out here to Mom and Dad's house, so I don't have my American flag shirt, but I will run out and get it soon. So yesterday, we talked about two strategies on how to get into the hip hinge, and we made that like the necessity of the day. Today, we're going to get a little bit more into the hip hinge, and we're going to get a little bit more specific. I'm going to give you direct instructions on how I would like the drill to go. Now, keep in mind, guys, this is a drill, a motor programming drill, and it's not the exact way that we would squat with a loaded bar, okay? So yesterday, we talked real quick about just pushing our weight back in two different strategies. We talked about pulling the shirt, pulling the pants, and we talked about jokingly the WWF booyah. And I didn't make specific instruction on to whether our knees were straight or not. We just had to bend them, okay? Today, we're going to do them specifically straight, locked out knee until we talk about the bend, and with a specifically straight, locked out, tight, rigid torso. So we're going to go ahead, we get an athletic stance, heels are somewhat between our armpits and our shoulders. We lock out our knees, we tighten our torso and make it nice and rigid. What I'm going to do is use either one of those strategies from yesterday. For me, I'm just going to keep my hands over here. I'm going to bend my torso, push my hips back, as my torso stays rigid and bends forward over top of my hips. What I just did is I transferred my weight posterior. I got good glute activation. What I'm now going to do is I bend my knees, and I establish that proper hip hinge, and now I just established the proper torso angle. And that's what the focus of today is going to be, is establishing a proper torso angle. And we're going to work through it in what I call the 2, 4, and 6-inch squat. It's a 3-position squat, and it's a way that we work on keeping a proper torso angle through the entire squat. So, to get back to where we were. Straight legs, straight torso. Remember, this is for motor programming purposes only and not with the loaded bar. Straight legs, straight torso. Weight presses back. I transferred my weight back. I bend my knees. I reestablish my center of gravity. I established a good hip hinge. I established a good torso angle. And I placed my weight posteriorly, so now I got good glute activation. What I'm going to do, this is my 2-inch squat from yesterday that you guys should have done 100 of. I'm going to now descend another 2 inches. What you notice is my knees didn't transfer that far forward, and my torso angle stayed exactly the same, okay? So that was my 2-inch squat, and now my 4-inch squat. I'm going to do that one more time. Legs stay specifically straight. Torso stays nice and rigid. I push my weight back. My knees bend. I establish a torso angle, a hip hinge, and have weight posteriorly on my hips. I'm going to descend 2 more inches down. I just was at my 2-inch squat. Now I'm at my 4-inch squat. I'm going to descend 2 more inches down to just above parallel. And now I'm at my 6-inch squat. Well, you notice that whole time, torso angle never changed. So the drill, your prescription for today, is a 3-position squat, 100 of them by tomorrow, 2-inch squat, 4-inch squat, 6-inch squat. That's one complete rep. Try to establish 100 by tomorrow. One more time, I'll show it to you. Straight legs, straight torso, weight transfers posteriorly, knees bend. I now establish my 2-inch squat, which gives me posterior weight shift backwards, proper hip hinge, proper torso angle. Descend 2 more inches down to my 4-inch squat. Descend 2 inches down to my 6-inch squat. And stand completely up. Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Just remember, we're optimizing function to optimize performance.